Hello, my name's Elijah Wells and this is a Q&A video because I have done YouTube for like now 5 years now to be exact, or 6 years including that one video I did early, like I haven't done anything, but here you go. I've done YouTube consistently for 5 years except that one video I did like 2014, but I've asked people on Twitter and Facebook on questions they have about me and you lot responded, so I'm going to get a trot on. So, the first question. What would you like for Christmas? I want a pony! Okay, for real, I probably won't want a pony, but I think Christmas list, I've got like a big list this year, bigger than usual, so just to really boil it down, I'm just going to put the CDs in, like the albums I want. There's The Weeknd's After Hours, there's Pink Floyd Final Cut, and Radiohead, either Kid A or Moonshaped Pool, and M83's Digital Shades Volume 2, and Dead City's Red Seas and Lost Ghosts. Why was Brian called? I think it's what you're trying to get is probably Brian from Life of Brian. Yeah, I think it's a really tight philosophical question. Like, why was Jesus named Jesus? Why did it have to be Mary and Joseph to nurture Jesus? It's a very philosophical, very deep question in my books. For real though, I think it was just a really, like, not a biblical name, I guess, so I think not to Monty Python, I guess. I have no idea. Your favourite critically underrated films and your film that you feel were critically overrated. I can only presume you mean underrated films and overrated films. I'm not sure where you're coming at the critical part, like critically speaking, like critics or something. But if you're talking about under and overrated movies, I think the underrated film I have at the top of my head is Isao Takahata's Tale of Princess Kaguya, which was released back in 2015. And it was his last film before he passed away in 2018. He also directed like films like Only Yesterday and Grateful Fireflies. The latter is just painfully depressing. I think overrated films, probably the live action remakes by Disney, because it's unlike Marvel where there's a lot of people, they get so valued, they get so welcomed, and they get a lot of praise, and they have like devoted fan base. I think for live action remakes, it's just, despite making a lot of money, it's just dividing the fans even more. It just causes way too much disagreements, and they just get overhyped for like no apparent reason. I think it's kind of a cycle, like, oh, I'm excited! Trailer comes out, oh, I'm skeptical, oh, I'm excited still, the movie comes out, I hate it! Then it starts all over again, this cycle, like, you keep anticipating it, then you say you hate it, then you keep anticipating it. If they're going to do a live action remake of, I don't know, Atlantis, the Lost Empire, I guess, I think I'm just keeping my expectations on a low, just in case, knowing how really dumb the fan base is. Ariel says, who's your celebrity crush? How would I know? Cause I never told, but you found out I've got a crush on you. Okay. I think celebrity crush is, I think Elizabeth Debicki, or Debicki, you know that woman from Tenet and Widows? Yeah, I'm talking about her, the blonde one. Yeah, I'm just trying to see how her name is pronounced. Oops, I forgot for a second. Debicki. Elizabeth Debicki, if that's her name, how you pronounce her name. She's from Widows and Tenet. And also, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Great Gatsby. So, I think that's what comes to mind. If you could go anywhere in the world to visit, where could it be and why? I think, I like to travel the world. I could like travel anywhere and I'd be really up to it. Like, give me some obscure country, then like, yes, I'm down to it. Like, I think I'm down to visit any country there is on the map, even if it's countries I've been to before, like France, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Denmark, America, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. But if I had a gun to my head, I'd probably like to go to Morocco. mainly because me and my sister planned that trip until we had to scrap the trip because I was in university, Mary now's a job, and the coronavirus and a 2 week long isolation. So I think going anywhere is not really an option now, but I can't want to go anywhere really, but if I had like a gun to my head, probably Morocco. When the Oscars got it wrong. I'm presuming you're talking about Oscar snubs, like films that got a lot of praise and awards hype but didn't get nominated at the end of the day. I think the one film that came to mind is probably A Farewell with Awkwafina, and I think a specific category is Best Actress for Awkwafina. She won a Golden Globe. She kind of got nominated for a BAFTA, but it was for Rising Star. And Farewell got nominated for Best Foreign Film. And then it was nowhere to be seen at the Oscars. I was like, blasphemy! How dare you! Like, Greta Thunberg, how dare you! Like, I absolutely loved that movie when it came out. Like, to see it not get nominated for Oscars is kind of a bit of a slap in the face, considering the Oscars had been criticised that year for lack of diversity, for having like one black actress, and same with the BAFTAs, which is being just a really white white people group. How margarine took over from butter and how butter fought back? What? Butter. If you could only watch one film for the rest of your life, what would it be? I can only presume being favourite film, and I used to have like a definitive favourite, but not really anymore, to be honest. I think just a group of favourite films I like is Avatar, The Farewell, Parasite, Spirited Away, and maybe the Monty Python trilogy. Well, if it's one film, I'm sorry, but if it's like a small stack of films, then here it is. So, sorry for not answering your question. I hate CGI. Convince me otherwise. I recommend a movie called Cats and a movie called Aladdin, the one with Will Smith. It has such beautiful music and a great visual effects, man. Okay, before you asked, I think what I'm trying to get is like movies with way too much CG. Like, I can guess it doesn't appeal to you, I guess, in some form of way. But I think there's movies like The Joker or Parasite, which does use CGI, but not in the most noticeable ways. Like, I saw some behind the scenes footage, and it's mainly just just for backgrounds, like for green screens. Like for Parasite, it's just extending like the length of the neighborhood. And for Joker, it's just adding more buildings in the background. I think CG is just kind of subtle, so it's depending where you land, I guess. So if it's like an abundant amount of CGI, like Disney remakes or the Marvel films, or just kind of subtle like Parasite or the Joker, then Coke or Pepsi. I don't drink either because I just generally do not like fizzy drinks. So, end of that. Star Wars or Star Trek, and which one do you prefer to the other? Star Wars, I think, because I've only seen like bits of Star Trek, so I wanted to watch Star Trek, but it's quite a lot to fit in. Like there's like billions of films, TV series, and of course some series are still airing to this day. Star Wars, it used to be just movies and a couple of animated series. Now it's just more movies and more series. I think Star Wars is becoming Star Trek when it comes to like how much of the world you kind of need to watch, I guess. So Star Wars. Well, sorry, I would say I'd give a yes or no question if I actually watched both. Boots or shoes? Shoes, because you wear them on top of your head. Films which show faith really well. I'm presuming faith as in either in practice or in allegories, so I'm kind of going to give you both answers at once. So, If it's going to be practice, then I really like the movie Hacksaw Ridge by Mel Gibson, who also did some religious-based movies as well, like Passion of the Christ. But if you want allegories, like religious allegories and imagery and symbolism, probably the original Ghost in the Shells back in 1995. Don't watch the Scarlett Johansson remake, because it's kind of a bit watered down when it comes to allegories, but watch the original from 1995, Ghost in the Shell, if you want some religious allegories. How long should ketchup stay on the table before it's put back in the fridge? Should it be in the fridge? What? Okay, now we are just getting a little bit silly with the questions now. But if it's like a condiments or something, then I like garlic mayo and mustard. So if it's like, should the sauces be in a fridge or something? Well, my family and I usually keep it in the cupboard, so your guess is as good as mine with this one. Are you enjoying a new sort of uni? I can presume enjoying a new sort of uni like online learning. Well, I think you just have to sacrifice what I liked about the first year, then we all get through coronavirus, I guess. Yeah, what I think about it, I think it's kind of slow this year. It feels more slow, a bit more drab this year, because I'm seeing people still, but not as many people, because I have like one face-to-face like lecture seminar a week, so I think it's just sacrificing for the greater good. So, and I presume that's all the questions. If you have any more questions or any other questions that weren't answered, just comment below follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and of course subscribe and like this video. And this is Elijah Wells, and bye.